Okay. Not the way I want it to. Blah, blah, blah. Hey YouTube lovelies, welcome back. Today the video that I will be having for you is a video on vision boards. So as I said in my last video, I wanted to do this YouTube channel for quite some time, and to be honest with you, various reasons why I didn't get to do it. But one of the things that I found really helped me for this year was doing a vision board. And since we're ending 2019 in approximately like a month and a half, I was thinking, hey, what's the next video that we can do to end off December? And I thought, actually, it was more of a discussion with a friend of mine, my video person. What can I do? What can we do to transition over into the next video? And a vision board was what we talked about. So today, I also have another friend of mine with me who she's been speaking about doing a vision board ever since she saw me do mine. And I thought, you know what? This would be the perfect little boost for her to get her to do her vision board, or at least start it. Vision boards can be something as simple as smaller 5x7, depends on what your goals are, type Bristol board, where you list your short-term goals or just your ideas of what you want to accomplish. They could be for a 1-year period, a 2-year period, or long-term, like your 5-year plan. It can be as detailed as you want it to be, and it could be very vague. So it could be like big ticket items that you put on there. If you want to get a house, you can put a house, what you want your house to look like, you can put that up there. If you want a new job, you can put new job, you can do it in writing, you can do cutouts. We're going to show you in a couple of minutes all the things that you would probably need to make your vision board. And to be honest with you, you can go, once again, as big as you want to, or as minimal as you want to, as elaborate as you want to. It's all up to you. But one thing that you have to do is put aside all of the things and all the excuses of, oh, I need to be very detailed, or I need to plan this out to the T, because you know what? That's just gonna stop you from starting. So one thing that you can do is just go to the dollar store, or you can just simply take a piece of paper and start writing out on it what you'd want on your vision board. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, so without further ado, let's introduce Nicole. Well, hello. So this is my girlfriend that I've been telling you guys about. She saw my vision board, and I'm gonna let her tell you the rest.
Vision board.
So what made you want to do a vision board, and what are some of the ideas that you have for your vision board?
Seeing you do your vision board reminded me that I was supposed to do mine 5 years ago. I'm the one that's always teaching and preaching. You can't determine where you're going if you don't plan it first.
True.
So vision board needs to happen well before 2020.
Well, we are well before 2020, and as she says, you can't know where you're going unless you plan. And there is a very famous saying, or a saying that says, if you don't plan, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And so one of the things that is always great to do, even if it's starting off in your mind of just thinking about things before you actually put it on paper, is to start planning what are some things that you want to accomplish, and what are some ways that you can go about doing it. So this vision board is what we're going to start with. And as she said, there's like a trend going on here. It took me about 5 or so years to do this YouTube channel. It's taken her about 5 or so years to get on top of doing her vision board, and I'm super honored and privileged to be able to get her started today. So let's move on over to the table and we're gonna get started. So here we go. So the vision board that she's talking about that I did was like a long-term vision board for me. I put long-term 2019, but it was kind of a base for me to see when I actually did the vision board. So it's 2019 and beyond, so it has like long-term stuff on there as well. I wanted to do a more shorter one, so I wanted to do one that was specific to different areas that I wanted to touch on. So before we get started, I'm going to kind of walk you through the equipment or the items that we're going to be using. So scissors, glue stick, or you can also use school glue, which either one of these are great. It's just that sometimes when you use this, it doesn't stick to the paper that well, so this would really help you out. Then you have lettering, because I love to be super creative with what I do. So I have different letters that you can use to do your title, or just do initials, or to just highlight your page or your Bristol board. Then I have the construction paper that you can do cutouts. I also have other stickers, dream stickers, life is beautiful, those type of reinforcements or positive reinforcements for you. And then if you want to get super creative, I have the glitter pens that you can use to write. I have glitter that when you use the glue, you can make your board sparkle if you're that type of person. A sparkly person. Cue cards. I love to write little notes on these. So beside a picture of the vision that I have, like for instance, purchasing a home, I will put on the card items that I would like in my own home, such as 3 bedrooms, open concept kitchen, living room, what type of countertops, different things like that. So that's just one example. The other thing that I love to use as well would be magazines. And going through magazines, you get a lot of different ideas, and you get a lot of awesome pictures and cutouts that you could use. This is the Bristol board. You could use the black Bristol board, or you can use the white construction board. Super simple. You don't have to make it like too complicated. You can either do it full. Sorry, I'm like blocking her. You can either do it full, or you could cut it in half. These ones are better to cut in half because it's a definite like rectangle type bit, so you can get that perfect, and you can use this side. I think for today I'm gonna cut this side unless Nicole wants to use this one, and then we'll just work it out. But that's all the stuff that I'm using for today. Once again, as I said, you can go as elaborate as you want to, like super in depth and detail as you want to, and you can also go as simple as you want to. Now, while Nicole gets started on hers, I can definitely show you 2 steps that you can possibly do before you actually start doing your vision board. Once again, I say it's not that big of a deal. All you have to do is literally just get started. Go out, get a board, or if you have simple paper like this, using this paper to map out what you want on your vision board is a great way to start. So, with that being said, what page would you like to use? Would you like to use the white, or would you like to use this one to do your vision board?
I would like to use the white.
All right.
Half of it.
Okay. So Nicole wants to use the white, so we're going to go ahead and cut this in half for her. She only wants to use half of it.
I'd like my vision board to be just covering 2020 and start baby steps.
All right. So you see, that's great. Like my first vision board, I said it started in 2019, so this year, and I said, here you go, you can go ahead and cut it. And I said that I wanted to do a long term. So it's literally long term 2019, and it has a lot of stuff on there that I would like to accomplish over the next couple of years. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to tell you guys what type of vision board I am doing today. So she's doing a 2020 vision board, so things that she'd want to accomplish for next year, and I'm going to do a vision board for my YouTube channel. So because I didn't want to get all hung up on starting, and I just wanted to actually start my YouTube channel, I simply just thought of the first video that we wanted to do, went about doing it, thought of the second video, in that process right now. And so what I'm going to do is, for this vision board, I'm going to do it specifically for YouTube. So I'm going to put like some goals that I'd want to accomplish for the YouTube channel on this vision board. So as we get started, we're going to do this and we're going to check back in with you guys. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've cut this black Bristol board. However, I didn't cut it in half. I gave myself a little bit more room. I haven't really planned it out, but I just figured, you know what, knowing me, I love to do things extra sometimes. So I'm going to give myself some extra space. What I'm going to do right now is that I'm going to take this sheet for myself and I'm going to actually start writing on it to just say what I want to put on my vision board and how I want to place stuff, but I'm going to use that with pencil. Nicole, as you can see, she's already just started and jumped in there. She kind of has an idea. She's going to do a simpler version and then she's going to make it a little bit more elaborate. So today you're probably not going to see the full finished products for either one of us, but we will try to get it done, or you probably might see the finished product. So I'm going to start by doing the next step that I'm going to do is get to writing on my piece of paper how I want stuff to look on my YouTube vision board, and then we'll go from there.
If you have a group of friends, it would be a great way to spend a Saturday afternoon or evening.
Yeah.
Making your vision board with a group of friends.
You can have little snacks. You can have your
full-blown meal if you love to cook. Yeah.
Your flavor of or type of beverage, whether it's like a sip and vision type evening, so you can have wine or non-alcoholic beverage, and you can just talk to your girls. It's a great way to share that vision about what you're going to be doing moving forward, and it helps with accountability.
Oh gosh. Yeah. Which is why I'm here today.
She loves that word.
If you don't drink alcohol but you'd like to enjoy a nice social time with your friends, your girlfriends, we like bougie water.
What is bougie water, Nicole?
Bougie water is carbonated water that is chilled in a wine glass with a whole bunch of frozen fruit in it. The frozen fruit is the ice, but we also add ice to give it that bubbly. So then you have a nice fruit bubbly in a wine glass, and we drink it like it's wine. It's amazing.
It is. It tastes yummy. I actually love when you make that.
It's called bougie water, and we don't want to call it carbonated water because it just sounds kind of industrial. So bougie water, it makes us feel bougie. We start talking a little different, feeling a little uppity, and we seem to always have a lot because you can get them at the dollar store. So please add some fruit to it. That's your fruit intake. And the nice thing is it's a healthy snack afterwards, because when you're hungry, you could just eat the fruits right out of the glass.
Exactly.
Bougie water.
Bougie water. So we have gotten back to the end. We've come to the end, and we did our vision board together. Of course, Nicole, as you saw at the beginning, just went at it, and I had to do a little, I guess, layout type thing. So this is what my layout started out to be. And drum roll please. This is what my board actually turned out to be. So it has the concepts of it, and I'm blocking her again. It has the concepts of it, but as you can see, it's arranged a little bit different. It has a lot of color. It has pictures, mismatched pictures, because I wasn't trying to go for a totally uniformed look. I was just trying to go for more of getting my information on the board that I'd like to accomplish. So let me talk to you a little bit about it. So as I said, my vision board is about the YouTube channel. YouTube channel, Journey with Sheril. I try to get as much things on here that shows journey in. And I have some topics on here. So fitness, nutrition, hair, fashion, traveling, music. I try to get as much topics on there as possible. Of course, we'll be talking about more, and then I have some encouragement on here. So choose your own path. Let your dreams take flight. Dream, believe, live your life, right down here. And I stuck a camera in here because for 2020, I actually themed my year. So it's going to be year of focus, year of vlogs. So my goal is to post a video each month. And so we've done November, we're doing December, and then coming up in January, as I'm doing a video each month, I also want to start vlogging so that you guys can see my day-to-day life and what I actually do and what that looks like, and just invite you guys in a little bit. I also have a goal on here of by next November to have at least 1,000 subscribers. Being new to this, I'm trying to figure out how to get subscribers, what that looks like, what my channel is really going to be looking like. So bear with me. My goals aren't like elaborate. As I said before, just start simple and go from there. So year of focus, year of vlog, or a video each month, and then start vlogging. And then for November 2020, I'd like to be at 1,000 subscribers. So help a sister out and share those videos and tell your friends about it. So Nicole, your turn.
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Sheril, for encouraging me to get something done, because I was always going to put this off unless someone challenged me.
Well, I am happy to be that one.
So just for a little bit of background. Single mom, 2 jobs, and 1 4-year-old that has the energy of 3 children. So somewhere between that, there needs to be a little bit of balance. And when I say a little bit, it's an overstatement, as my living room looks like all seasons. So what I did was that I took what was the biggest, most prevalent things in my mind that I need to pay attention to. And in my board, it's exemplifying the season of who I really am, me. Because you can spend a lot of time as a parent taking care of your children and your family. Or not even just a single parent, just as a woman, taking care of your family, and you forget yourself in the mix. You forget to take care of yourself, you forget self-care, you forget the balance of rest. So I decided to put those compartments in to really give myself a good time of recharge. Mm-hmm. So in my vision board, the first thing is, and I put it right at the top because it's very important, happy. If you're not happy, find some, because it's extremely important. It's what gives you energy. It's what keeps you going, and what allows you to feel like you're enjoying your life. Mm-hmm. Most people who are sick somewhere in a hospital with terminal illnesses really, really resent people who could be happy but choose not to because they think their life is too difficult. If that's not you, first of all, if that's you and that's your outlook, it's wonderful that in the situation that you're in, you could feel that way. and still be optimistic and still be positive. For those of you who aren't in that situation that could be a little happier, it's your job to find it.
Yep.
And I feel that that's really important for this stage in my life, is to be happy by myself with my current living the exact way that it is. You can't be happy with you. Why would anybody else want to join you in your unhappiness?
Exactly.
The other part with that would be rest and zen. Find something happy. Find something restful. Find something that allows you to recharge and to renew your own quiet space, whether it's to think, to sleep, to even play board games, or to laugh, which I've got laugh all the way up there. Because it's very important to recharge with laughter, laughing from the pit of your stomach until you cry.
Yeah.
It's so important to just have a big laugh. I also heard if you laugh a lot, you can get abs. So then that helps following down the line to the other part, which is not abs, but it's eating healthy. Eating healthy and fitness is kind of tabling down here because eating healthy has always been on the list, and everybody knows that I love pork and all meat-related things. It's just the way that I am. And it's time to start eating healthy so I can change my shape and turn my O back into an S. That'd be nice. So I would like to, I put out some menu here of something that I'm going to cook. The other thing is also to learn how to cook. So to learn how to cook healthy meals would be a great goal for the 2019 year.
I'm gonna put a disclaimer in there. She knows how to cook. It's just that she keeps beating up herself about what she cooks versus actually knowing how to cook.
I just looked at chicken and asked her what to do with it. So, not there yet.
I'm pretty sure if I wasn't here, she'd know what to do with it.
I would have thrown it out because I don't know what to do. Anyway, so the good thing is I'm on my way. I'm ready to start chopping up vegetables and incorporating them into the meat, which I have down here. Learn how to cook meat well instead of find friends that love to cook and cook it for me. It's time for me to start doing these and these things for myself. Also with eating healthier choices rather than chocolate and coffee. Switch the coffee for the water and just intake more water and less caffeine because I love to stay awake and that's what I use it for. But it's time to stop being caffeine dependent. I don't know how many of you are caffeine dependent, but it's time to start switching that around and get water dependent. Our body needs it in the first place. Yeah. And Doc says that caffeine is a dehydrant. So we're not really helping ourselves even though we think we're trying to by staying awake. So let's get the water on. I've got Ellen in here, and that's very important to me because Ellen is representing to me someone who, against adversities, against what people thought or people said, she wanted to live her life the way that she wanted to. She wanted to build her career the way that she wanted to. And she pretty much wrote her own book and then lived in it. And everybody else just had to adapt. And everybody adapted. And that's something that a lot of us could feel very afraid to do, which is why I'm very, very proud of Sheril and her YouTube channel, because it takes a lot to find the courage to live out what you're dreaming despite what people think or say. Hi. Have a seat. Okay. Now we've got in here, I've got this very pretty lady. Do I want to be skinny like her? Not really. But I want to be healthy, and that might mean losing a little bit of weight, just a little, but it's really more just being in shape and feeling beautiful. There's a lot of us that might not feel the value of ourselves. We look in the mirror, we critique ourselves, rather than embrace exactly how we are. We need to be able to look at a picture of ourselves and just be very, very content. And my goal is to continue to find a way to feel very content in my look. And if I don't like something about it, it's up to me to change it. Yeah. But it's not up to somebody else to tell me to change it. It's up to me to want to change it. So that's what it's about, is feeling like the way that she looks, gorgeous, no matter what size I am. That's important to me. Down here is a big deal. It's empty seated, but I'm hoping that within the next 3 months, it won't be empty. I've pretty much got a seating arrangement like that in my own home. And what I like to do is fill it with people. But the first part when it comes to people, it has to do with women empowerment. It's been something that's been heavily a part of my character I've made friends along the way where I've been one of the leaders of women empowerment. I want women to feel valuable, valued, supported. We need to be a sisterhood of energy that will support each other in these milestones in life, because it's just not easy. Whether you have 1 kid, 2 kids, no kids, and a husband, or husband that's a kid, it's all work. We're all tired and we're all trying and we're very nurturing, but sometimes we need to pull on the energy of another sister to keep moving forward and not be too critical, because we are very, very mean to ourselves with the way that we talk about ourselves. So I want to have a forum where us women can come together, talk, and help support each other in all the career-based elements that we can. Yes. So that's where I've got friends, and that's where I have the most of what I want to accomplish within 1 year. That's already a lot of things, and that's just a scratch compared to the rest of what my board really should look like. That's why I only had half. Because this is a half and this is a lot, and then maybe halfway through the year I'll work on the other half. But I really do appreciate getting to take what's in my head and sticking it right on there, and I think I can move along with this as a good starting point, and then start finding a way to action on these items. Yes. So thank you.
So you see, guys, you have the very creative, they're both creative, but this is a different spectrum of creative. It's like a collage of different images, different words, different ideas. So if someone were to look at it, they would need more of an explanation of what Nicole was thinking. For me, you can look at mine, it's still a lot of information and it will still need explanation, but at least when you look at it, you might be able to decipher what I was trying to get at. But it doesn't mean that mine is wrong and hers is right, or hers is wrong and mine is right. It doesn't mean that. It just means that this is the way how we picture putting down the information that we need to pay attention to for the next year, or about our goals, or just what we can look at and be reminded of what it is that we set out for ourselves. So what I want to encourage you guys to do, I'm gonna put this down for a second. What I want to encourage you guys to do is, just like how myself and Nicole took the time to sit down and do this together, find a friend if that's the boost that you need to do it. Don't get hung up on the big picture of what you want to do as opposed to what you can do at the time. So this is what we're here for, and as Nicole said, she's very big on women empowerment, and I've noticed that about her. Anybody who's around her really feels encouraged and pushed towards what they want to do. So I thank you today, Nicole, for taking out some time and doing this video with me, because she is a very busy woman. But with that being said, I want to say thank you guys. If you are still here and watching, please take some time to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, share, and come on back, and even put a comment down in the comment box just to say, hey, maybe this is the way that you were feeling, or thanks for giving us this boost, or hey, you know what, your video kind of gave us a little bit of an idea. Thank you for joining us, YouTube Lovelies. Join us again for the next video. See you on the flip side.